Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Software Inc. Welcome back to Hard Mode, and welcome back to Nerdrasoft. Things are going pretty well at the moment. Last time we released Bucket 3 and started making some money. We took some deals and started to continue to make some money. And this time, we're going to start a little bit of an experiment. And by that, I mean we're going to start working on a 3D editor. Now, there is no operating system on the market right now that supports 3D graphics. But what we can do is get a new team together with one leader, 3 3D designers, programmers, artists, whatever, and some systems guys, and essentially, hopefully, we can put something together that's going to at least give us the basics of a 3D editor with GPU rendering and motion capture. Now, to do this, it's going to recommend 4 programmers and 2 designers, which is actually going to be about as many people as we can have on this team, minus the leader. So, a little tricky, but we'll give it a shot. We're going to go in. New team is going to be the 3D team. We will add the 3D team and make them sort of a nice blue color to match the room that they have right there. And essentially, we'll go to HR management, handle wages, handle complaints. We'll hire them for their roles. It's going to be 4 programmers, 2 designers, and hopefully no artists are going to be needed for this, but if they are, we'll figure it out. Education level 3, 2 at a time. Specializations are going to be... I don't think we're going to need networking. We're not going to need audio. We'll need the other ones. Leadership doesn't really matter. We'll just take out all these as well. So that's essentially the specializations we're looking for. The traits that we want fast learners. We want people with big brains as well. I can't do both, so we'll go for big brains, I think. We're not going to want anyone that's contagious. And what else do we not want? We probably don't want people that drag in more dirt, to be totally honest with you. And I don't want someone that breaks their computer either. So we'll go for those traits. Salary on these guys, I'm actually going to go medium. Might be a little bit risky. It might be a lot of money, but I'm willing to take that chance for a better team so that we can hopefully release a better product. And then all we need to do is hire a leader for that team. So we're looking for a lead secondary in, I'm going to say art. Salary is going to be medium, which might be, oh, it's a lot of money. That is a lot. It's a lot of money. But that's, oh man, I don't know. I don't know that I love these higher salaries. I've got to be honest, but we're going to take a look and see what we can do here. Skill-wise, compatibility-wise. So Nina Owens, you can't do hiring, I realize. That's kind of a problem. We need someone with 3-star HR so they can actually do the hiring during all of this, which is looking like Fabian Gonzalez is going to be our choice. So you are able to do 3D art, which is fantastic. So Fabian, you are hired, and I might have just put you on the wrong team. So let me just grab you real quick, change your team to the 3D team, and then we'll go back. We'll go to 3D, we'll go to employees, and you, Fabian, are now the team leader, and you can do a secondary in art, or maybe a prime. Well, just do a secondary in art, that should be fine. So now we have the team leader. We should see this team go up to 7, which we have done, and now we just design some 3D software. We design a 3D editor with those 2 things right there. We're going to give it a brand new framework, which is going to be the NS3D, is what we'll go for. We're going to make this thing like $90, no source control, product name, not Vector again, Render Pro, the Tri-Suite, the Power Cut, the Cinema Point Studio, GFX Premium. Oh, I kind of like GFX Premium. But as much as I might like that name, I'm just going to go with Morph as the name for my 3D editor. And in terms of what it's going to run on, nothing, apparently. It's going to run on nothing, which I can that does complicate things a little bit. Do we have anything? I can't develop this if it's not on an operating system, can I? Do we have like an operating system coming up that's going to be able to run this? We have IntFace 2 in December. If it doesn't support 3D, then I'm slightly screwed. So what I'm going to do, I guess, is... I mean, if I take it, I can't take out systems. So I think what I need to do is just sit on this, right? We can auto balance it. We can go to next page. We can give it to the 3D team all we like. We can give this to the 3D team all we like. We can get a publisher for marketing. But I don't think we can actively develop it unless it has an operating system. Yeah, so we can't actually do anything until there's an operating system, which is slightly frustrating. In terms of, yeah, you're going to be leading that for sure. I guess we'll just sit on it, right? We'll just keep the design document minimized up there and wait until December to see if we happen to be able to do this. So in phase 2, the computer operating system has released. It is inspiring. It's great. And that's fantastic. We also had a console operating system go out, which is also inspiring and great, and that's fantastic. But there is a downside, and the downside is that none of them support 3D graphics. So I don't think we can make a 3D editor anytime soon, unless we look at the event calendar for 1990, and there happens to be, yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing 3D graphics until maybe, oh boy, maybe 91. I don't know even if a console operating system, I mean, it's an editor. It's not going to go in a console. At the minute, it's looking like 93 is possibly the soonest we're going to be seeing 3D graphics. So this team here might be for nothing. They are currently helping with Roaster Coaster 2, and they are helping with Army Base a little bit. And to be fair, a lot of the employees on this team actually are relatively useless when it comes to 3D graphics. A lot of them do system and network. Some of them do 3D and network, system and hardware. You know, they're not actually all that good because there's no need for 3D artists in the software development space at the moment, I guess, is the logic there. Which is fair enough. That makes sense. I just have to wonder what I'm doing with that team now. I mean, I guess I could put them to work on something, right? Let's have a little look. Do we have any of them that can do audio? They can do system. I mean, we could give them something small. Maybe we go in and we look at, I don't know, what would Office software need? It needs audio. Well, it doesn't need it. It does need systems. I guess, so 2D and systems, right? I don't know if we're going to have anyone on the 3D team that can handle this. What else could we do? Antivirus? Systems and 2D and a little bit of networking, but no operating system supports it right now. I think we could do antivirus. We could probably leave out the 2D side of it and just do something really basic like this. Less than a year, it just does system scanning. It's really, really basic. I'm kind of okay with that. We'll make it like relatively cheap at, say, $50. And, you know, new framework, we'll go for the NSAV, so Nerdrasoft Antivirus. And in terms of names, I mean, oh boy. Virus Watch, Adware Fighter, Ad Ender, Crime Choker. Oh no. Malware Filter, Anti-Evil Alarm, Virus Remover. We'll go with Sniffer. We'll go with Nerdrasoft Sniffer is what we'll go for on this one. In terms of operating systems, I mean, we have a pretty good choice. We'll go right down to there, and that'll be great. Still about a year to develop this, which is fine by me. In terms of design, we'll just auto-balance it. 100% interest, 18% wasted, and the teams are going to be 3D and 3D. So they can't actually do anything for the interface side of it, but that's honestly okay. We'll get a publisher for the marketing side of things. The designer, doesn't really matter who designs it. We'll have Barney design it, and we'll just start developing it. They want it out in June of 91. We can probably do that. I'm sure. Yeah, it's going quite quickly, so that's good. We have that going for us. I also realize I can technically select the entire building, and then I want to select not all the furniture. I want to select the entire building. I want to select that very specific piece of furniture. I keep doing this. I'm misclicking something. I want to select all of those. So all of the computers, and then I can go in, replace them with the good old 90s computer. So there we go. Pretty big chunk of change, but a nice little upgrade nonetheless. I'd also like to select all of those and change the style of them just a little bit. So we want to go for like a nice sort of white Secondary is the front panel, and tertiary is probably the keyboard. I don't know what tertiary is. We'll just go for that. There we go. So they're all a little cleaner looking, which is what we're going for. State-of-the-art computers for January of 1990. Nothing but the best for my Nerdsoft employees. And so with a couple of months to spare, Roaster Coaster 2 is now in beta. It got to 100% and 100% across the board, which is fantastic news. So we'll hopefully fix a bunch of bugs on that and make it absolutely phenomenal. Sniffer is well on its way to being done in time, which is fantastic. We might even want to put the core team on that at some point, but I'm not really in any major rush. I mean, it's going just fine with just the 3D guys working on that, so really it's not that big of a deal. I am hoping for good things with Roaster Coaster 2, though. I'm really hoping we can actually have this thing just be good. That's all I want. I just want a game to go out that's kind of good. We'll also call IT support because it did look like one of the support computers was having a bit of trouble there, which now it's fixed. They can get back to doing their job. And let's just have a little look. I want to look at all software real quick and just see. So Bucket 3 was a 2D editor. We've had this one go out since. So I would imagine, yeah, it's already made a profit. And then Bucket 3 is minus $500,000. I've got to be honest, the publisher for everything I've put out so far is spending ridiculous amounts of money to make absolutely no money. It's been Brain U Corp every single time, which I'm pretty sure is the most valuable company, right? No, they're not. Now, they used to be. Brain U Corp used to be worth the most, but Electro Freeze Interactive has certainly overtaken them, which is interesting. They've got 22 products. What do they make? What do they do? They do games and office software. What's their most profitable thing? It was a game. It was Air Simulator Ultra 3. And that came out just a couple of years ago, 6 years ago. Man, we gotta get into the games market. We really gotta get into that games market and just take it over with amazing products, the likes of which no one's ever seen, which, to be fair, that's what Roaster Coaster was supposed to be. It just didn't do a very good job of being that. So we're now in the later half of May 1990, which means Roaster Coaster 2 has to go out the door. So we'll go ahead and release it and see how it does. I'm hoping for something good. 1 star, 3 stars, 2 stars. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. 5,000 copies, please. I think that'll... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. Let's update this. We're going to need to bring everything up to date as best we can. 2D editor-wise, we'll go for Bucket 3, of course. The audio tool is going to be Amplitude Tune 2. And I kind of want to try and put both teams on this to see if we can maybe get this update out as quickly as possible, just to bring the tech up to speed a little bit on Roaster Coaster 2. Doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be a day one patch, which is disappointing, but to be expected. It's a bit of a chunky change. We're bringing the tech level up a considerable bit. 0 active users, though. $1.24 million. 1.20. It still has 626 active users. I just didn't make money. I lost money. I still lost money. It's good. It's better than the original. Has unavoidable marketing. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Every time. Every time I release something, it just falls apart. Let's start porting it to all of these operating systems. I don't think that's ever going to happen. We don't have enough people to port to that many operating systems, but we can give it a shot. We can give it a shot, see what happens. Maybe we make some money. I just don't know. Oh, man. I was hoping it would be good. I was really hoping it would be good. It just wasn't. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Oh, 4,000 active users. Now, hold on a second. It did make a bit of money. We just got $230,000 from sales. So, actually, now that marketing's... I'll tell you what. This publisher that I'm going for is useless. I'm just going to say it. They're useless. Because what's happening is they don't market the thing before it comes out, and it flops on day one. And then I'm left sitting here going, oh man, we've got no money. And then the money comes in a little bit later. I don't like that. I wish it'd be nice if the publisher did their job. I'm just saying. It'd be really nice if they did their job. It doesn't feel like they are. I'm just throwing that out there. Does not feel like they are at all. And frankly, I don't know that I appreciate that. Oh, now hold on a minute. Skip Spile Digital can no longer carry the publishing duties for Roaster Coaster 2. What do you mean they can no longer carry the publishing duties? Also, some of you guys need training apparently. Let's educate you in support, and then we have you. You can be educated in interesting. We'll give you support as well. And Bob can be educated in a bit of 3D design right there. So hold on a minute. They're no longer carrying the publisher duties, which means this thing is no longer getting marketed by a third party. I don't love that. I don't know how to feel. I feel like I've just been hung out to dry. I feel like, how have they managed to, how can they, so Skip Spile Digital, what's going on here? They don't exist anymore. They've just been bought out or turned into a subsidiary. I don't think, no, they're not a subsidiary. They've just been, you know what I think just happened? You know, I'll tell you what I think just happened. I think that company took the publishing duties for Roaster Coaster 2, and given the fact that Roaster Coaster 2 is the second least profitable thing we've ever put out, and it's only been out for a couple of months, I think that company just ran itself into the ground trying to keep up with the publishing of Roaster Coaster 2. I don't think it was bought out. I think the company just completely went bankrupt trying to keep up with the demand for Roaster Coaster 2, which is terrifying, frankly. That's frankly terrifying. And that means, wait a minute, they weren't doing printing either. Hold on a minute. Am I being an idiot? Bucket 3 has nothing in stock and nothing in, oh dear. Let me order some copies. Let me order that many. Let me order some copies of you, and we'll do that many. Let's see if those things continue to sell or not, because I'm realizing I did marketing duties for the publishers. I did not. Bucket 3 just made a bunch of money. Yeah, it just made a bunch of money, didn't it? So Bucket 3 in the past month just did $197,000. So I completely forgot that I had to keep up with the printing on these, with the ordering of copies, and that the publisher wasn't doing that. I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot. I really feel like an idiot. I can't believe I didn't keep up with that. I'm disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's all I am. I'm just disappointed in myself for not realizing that. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do two things. I'm gonna go lease another room. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I want to lease this room, and I want to go to servers, and I want to get some medium servers. Now these guys need to be on desks, so we'll go and grab these guys, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can't do set, or well, 5, and that's okay. As for servers themselves, these guys are 3,000 each. This is gonna send my bills through the roof. But I want to do a digital distribution platform. Wait, I can do a tower server already? Interesting. Is it more powerful? It is more powerful, considerably more powerful. Okay, in which case, select all of these, delete them, and we'll do tower servers instead. So just do a bunch of these guys, like this. And that should be fine. I'm gonna get rid of that one though, because it's right in front of the window. Select all of these. I want to connect the servers back to live mode and into my servers tab. Server 0 is going to be the NS store. I think that's probably fair enough. And I honestly, what if we were to maybe grab, say, 2 of these, connect them? Is that now its own server? It is. So, server, let me see. Server 0, I'm going to rename it to source control so we can start putting stuff on server, well, the little 2 gigabit per second server. And yeah, we're going to make our own digital distribution platform and see what happens here. So let's go into digital distribution, and I suppose we will develop a platform is what we'll do. So product name, we'll get to that in a second. We are going to need these teams working on it, although apparently they can't do... We don't have a level 1 2D artist anywhere, which is surprising to me. I've got to be honest, that's kind of surprising that we don't... Oh, wait, no, hold on. This is probably why right there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so server is going to be the store. Source control is source control. Less than a year to do this. Oh my god, approximate bandwidth is 136.1. Hey. Yeah, we're going to need to upgrade this just a little bit. Just a little bit is what we're going to need to do. As for the lead designer, I'm going to have me be the lead designer because it doesn't really matter who does it. And the name on this thing, oh boy. Oh boy. The App Store, the Extraware Shop, Mega Play Market. Oh god. Oh boy. We're going to go with Vapor is what we're going to go for. And that's fine. So develop that. We're making the distribution platform. I don't know how long this is necessarily going to take. It doesn't look like it's going to take long at all, which is good. Honestly, I'm kind of here for that. Let's finish the updates on those 2, and 1,000 bugs verified and fixed on bucket 3, or yeah, bucket 3, not bad. Let's also keep this all going for the other 2 as well. And let's get Sniffer done with its 3rd iteration and then moved into, I guess, development. In fact, it's September of 1990. Can we get this done in a good amount of time? If I prioritize it and maybe bring the priority down on Vapor, it's looking like it's kind of possible, but I'm not necessarily willing to hold my breath on this. Yeah, develop that. We need it to be in development as quickly as possible. Let's get Vapor going again as well. Oh, now this is great news. We've just passed $2 million. We got $668,000 in sales last month. And yeah, a lot of that's coming in from these guys. Now, it's interesting that Roaster Coaster 2 still has unavoidable marketing. It's also interesting that now that we actually have units of these things in stock, we're doing okay. And I'm going to be honest, we did run out for a second there, but I've actually not seen any little pop-ups in the top left that mention that we're running low on stock for anything. So I'm only going to slightly blame myself for being an idiot. I haven't seen any of the pop-ups to be like, hey, you're being an idiot. I'm sure it was in the comments in the last video, but I'll be honest, this one's followed directly along from that in terms of recording, so the last video hasn't gone out yet, and I apologize for that. This is the downside, right? If I get hooked on a game, I just want to keep playing it, and then if I make a mistake, I don't get to address the mistake until like a future video. I know that's frustrating, and I know it sucks. It's one of like the worst. I really do. I watch certain YouTubers, and the same thing happens when I'm watching their stuff. I'm like, it's right there. It's right there. That's why you're not making money, you idiot. It's right in front of you. They just don't click it. They just don't realize. Oh man, it's the worst. It really is. It's not a good feeling as a YouTuber either. I will say that. It's a really sucky feeling because you just feel like an idiot. You really do. Anyway, let me have a look and see how they're doing in terms of money. In the past month, how are we looking? Still 100,000. This one's run out of stock again. They're really running out quick. I'm gonna order in, oh, I might regret this, 40,000 copies. $80,000 for you, and I'm gonna order in 40,000 copies for you as well. And I'm very tempted to put together a little expansion for Roaster Coaster as well, but I don't know. Marketing is starting to fall off as well, which is a bit of a problem, but we'll see what happens. Vapor is coming along. I'm not really too worried about making it perfect, to be quite honest. I do think, though, Sniffer probably needs to take priority. We might need to throw everybody into crunch to get this done. In fact, we might just want to put the core team on Sniffer to try and get it done that little bit quicker. and then maybe slow down the ports. That might be the way to go. Slow down the port jobs and focus on Sniffer. Let's do that. All right, so I'm going to be honest with you and say that I left my employees on crunch for a little bit too long, and quite a few of them don't want to work right now. So Sniffer only got to 80% on its code, which is not ideal, but it is June of 91. We're going to go ahead and release this. It's not very good. I'm going to get 20,000 copies of this. That might be a little bit optimistic, but we'll see how things go. In terms of updating this, we'll go ahead and put it on source control. We'll see if we can get this update out in a good amount of time. And then really, we're just going to be focusing on Vapor, essentially. That's going to be the goal here, is to focus on Vapor. But I do want this update out. I want it to be a day one thing. Sniffer is good, which is good. We could probably do with porting it to a couple of new systems. In fact, no point in doing that. I think it's doing all right as it is. So yeah, if we can get this update out, I'll be quite happy. Like I said, a few employees are, well, not qualified, but I know a few of them were not happy about their working conditions after months and months of crunch, which is fair enough, to be quite honest. This guy, for example, negatively affected by work environment. If we look at details, there's a lot of stress, and a lot of that was brought on by crunch. It's also brought on by the fact that they are working on a lot of things at once right now, but they'll manage. I do want to see, though, how we do with Sniffer. 0 active users right now, 694. Okay, so it made 19,900 and something last month. We can see that just right there, 19,949. That was with 0 marketing, to be fair. So hopefully we can do a good thing. Roaster Coaster 2 actually just did 327,000 last month. So it's selling and has actually made a profit now, which is very exciting. So I really do think the reason nothing was making a profit was possibly because we just didn't have anything to sell, which would, yeah, that would definitely check out, I think. But anyway, this update is done. Let's get that out there. Let's just keep sort of a perpetual... Actually, you know what? Let's not do a perpetual update on this. Let's go for a priority on the bucket bug fixing right here and see if we can't get that. Actually, you know what? Let's finish both of those. Let's prioritize Vapor. Let's just give them 2 tasks, right? They've got porting and they've got Vapor. We're up to 1,600 users on Sniffer. We can keep track of the bugs as they come in. We'll queue them up. We'll get them fixed eventually. And that's all we need to worry about. That's all I want to do, is just keep track of the bugs, verify them, we'll queue them up to be fixed, and everything will be okay. In terms of Sniffer, it did 28,000 last month, so here's hoping that it continues to do good things. Here's hoping it grows and people actually get more interested in it. I'll be annoyed if they don't, but not surprised. It's an early days antivirus that's not actually all that good. We've also been robbed, which is slightly frustrating. Gonna be honest. Don't love the fact we've been robbed. $32,000. They took all of my servers. All right. All right. Can I get a little bit of security in here? Is that an option? I want a security camera in my server room. Let's see. Let's put a security camera right there. And let's put a security camera right... Can I get it like right there? I totally can. So that should cover the server room quite nicely. And now, if they break in and try and take my servers again, they're going to have a really bad time. Which is sort of what we want them to do. We don't want them to have a good time stealing my servers. You know, I have just realized that I think the only reason Roaster Coaster 2 is actually making money is because there is no publisher and no marketing. At least I don't think there's marketing for this thing. It might have a weird carryover because it is still prominent, but I almost wonder if the game factors in like word of mouth or something like that, because that would be kind of cool. But regardless, it is still making us money. We do have a lot of things queued up that need fixed for Bucket, Roaster Coaster, and Sniffer. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead and release Vapor. So 50 bugs fixed, release it. We're now going to be supporting it. And I now need to go into digital distribution and I need to look at this, essentially. So we have Vapor right here. We take a 5% cut, which is the lowest in the market. I'm going to bring that up. What's the other lowest? 19. I'm going to do a 15. I'm going to do a 12% cut is what I'm going to do. The quality is okay. I don't think I can see the quality of anyone else's, which is fair enough. I'm pretty sure I'm also... So what is this? Active? So I think I have contracts with these guys, which is all right. We can auto-sign new platforms, which works for me as well. I can't see what anyone else is doing, but we'll see how that goes. We'll maybe automatically accept new deals, I guess. I don't really know. I guess we'll automatically accept new deals for the digital market, and hopefully we'll see some people sign up to our platform in no time at all. Although no one did this month, which is, I guess, fair enough. Market share is 0.1%. Oh boy. Can we update? I guess we could bring the 2D and the systems up to date a little bit, which seems fair enough. And then hopefully that gets people interested in selling their stuff on Vapor. I've also just realized it has 2.7 million active users right now, which is 4 million active users. Now, hold on a minute. We still don't have any deals on there, but I guess maybe... Oh, now, hold on a minute. What if... Can I, by any chance, stop selling my stuff? I think I can stop selling my stuff on the other platforms, right? So we could get to a point where Nerdresoft products are only sold through Vapor. And we could also say that only Nerdresoft products are sold through Vapor. That's kind of cool. I've got to be honest, I'm kind of here for it. Let's push this update at the very least, and we'll queue up some more updates for Vapor as well, just to keep it up to date. I think that's going to be kind of important, given 4 million active users are interested in the thing. I do think we should probably update Bucket 3 as well, so we'll bring the tech levels up a little bit on that, and maybe prioritize that particular update to see if we can't get it out there. And then we'll go through and do Roaster Coaster 2, we'll go through and do Sniffer as well. We'll just try to keep everything that we have out there nicely updated, doing good things for us, and hopefully one day... Well, what if we brought our revenue cut down to like 10%? What if we, nice little 10% cut there, maybe 8% cut? Maybe we can get some people interested in signing up for Vapor. That's all I want. All I want is some company to be like, hey, we'll take your deal. We're 100% here for it. Let's do this. 10% cut sounds fantastic. Because I think that's pretty good. Or an 8% cut, whatever I set it to. Doesn't really matter. Still no companies interested, though. Which is, again, fair enough. 5.1 million active users, though. So as that grows, I have to assume companies will be like, hey, this is kind of too good to pass up. Now, let's go and update Roaster Coaster 2. We're going to have to bring all of this stuff up to date, which is going to be Bucket 3. Wait a minute. Can I go for an exclusivity deal? Offer a limited time exclusivity deal for the selected products in your digital store. Wait, what? End date of May of 92. Hold on a minute. Uh-oh. I'm not quite sure what I've just done there. I might have, uh-oh. Wait. Oh, I see. I can offer an exclusivity deal. Right, so I think Bucket 3 is now exclusively available on my store. Oh, that's clever. Oh, that's really clever. Okay, so what that means, I could go to all software. I could go to most recent releases, right? We can go to most recent releases. We've got November of 91. We have this Office softwares come out, right? I can offer a deal. I could give them $21 million. I can't, obviously. I don't have that much money. But what about January? 18 million. What about until December of, say, 2000? If I had... Yeah. So I can go and offer... What about you? You're not making money. Army Base 7. 23 million. Wow. So if I had a heap of money, I can go to these other companies and offer them exclusivity deals where they will only sell their product on my platform for a period of time. Can I do that with companies? Can I go to like these guys? They have no products right now. Can I see what they're working on? Is that an option? I don't think I can. Cool Heal Limited. They have one product. What is it? It's antivirus. It hasn't made money. They want $6 million for 6 months of exclusivity. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild, to be honest. Interesting, though, that we have now, I think, officially put Bucket 3 exclusively on our platform, which is fair enough. We're up to $5 million as well, which is pretty good. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that a lot. Let's prioritize. Let's prioritize this Roaster Coaster update and see if we can get that through. We're not going to fix 734 bugs in one sitting, but we'll do a little something. Real Biz Studio can no longer carry the publishing duties for Sniffer. Now that's curious. Is that still a company? No, it is not. That's, again, a little bit concerning. Let's have a little look here. Profits minus 620,000. Despite the fact that Sniffer is still making... Roaster Coaster 2 just did $710,000 in the past month. I'm going to order 100,000 copies of this thing. I'm going to do it. 200,000 on copies of that thing, 100%. Wow. It's still selling like crazy. I think we might have just got another port done for it. So the porting is working really nicely for Roaster Coaster 2 to keep it relevant, you know, years after it's come out. So that's good. I'm glad that we actually have a game that is making us money. That's kind of what I wanted from this company. So we have that going for us. Are you guys on crunch right now? You're not. So they're just going to be a little bit stressed out. Oh man. That is not bad at all. How did it do in the last month? 352,000. So 100% Roaster Coaster 2, considerably more successful than the first one. It's actually made money. It's kind of hard not to be. It's hard not to be more successful than, you know, zero, right? So now that we're approaching $7 million, I'm going to prioritize porting Roaster Coaster to the 2 remaining operating systems, and I'm going to see if there's anything we can add to it in terms of active users. There absolutely is. There's 2 more operating systems. We'll go for those 3, actually, just to squeeze a few more active users out of Roaster Coaster 2. In terms of Bucket 3 and porting it to new systems, we have this one, which I think would be a great idea. And then there's nothing that Sniffer needs to go to. So we'll prioritize, I guess, porting these 2 pieces of software. Maybe we'll prioritize the Bucket one, just to try and get a little bit more money there. And then we'll go back into the Roaster Coaster porting and everything should be good. And there we go. We are now above $7 million, which is kind of great news. I'm absolutely here for it. This port job's going nice and quickly as well. And I did have a little look to see if anything supports... Oh, now something does suddenly support 3D graphics. What just came out? Interesting. This guy just released Lion Slim supports 3D graphics. This is huge. This is huge. We're doing this. We're doing Morph. It is going to have both of these. Oh, hold on a minute. Now, this might get slightly complicated. I need to assign my teams first. So we have both teams available, which is fine. We are going to go to operating systems. Lion Slim is the operating system we're going for. We're going to go for... It doesn't really matter too much what we go for. We're going to be one of the first to market with this thing. GPU rendering. I want that. I want GPU rendering. And I want... It doesn't really matter too much. Let's do hair simulation. Or maybe not. Maybe skinning. Skinning seems like kind of a big deal. 5 programmers. That's fine. Procedural objects. Maybe not. Mesh. Subdivision. Particles. Particles are kind of a decent looking one. So we'll go for particles. Liquid sim. We'll do a liquid sim. That seems fair. That's a decent little start from Morph $110. I'm going to do 99 flats. New, oh boy. Let's do NS Morph as the framework name. It's not going to be in-house, doesn't run on a server. It's a 3D editor, $99, runs on Lion Slim or whatever it's called. 100% expected interest, about a year to do this, and we're going to have 2 teams doing it. Publishing-wise, oh man, publishing-wise, this would give me until September 94. But to be honest, I mean, what is that, a year and a half? And it's going to take about a year. Actually, oh man, I'm going to do it. I don't love going for publishers, but I do want to be first to market with 3D editor. So, or at least one of the first to market with a 3D editor. So we're going to give this a shot. We're going to immediately get that to priority 10 for Morph. And honestly, there's probably going to be a lot of crunch to get that thing done. I mean, if we have a look at the event calendar, do we have 3D editors on the way? We do not so far. And actually, looking at the event calendar, there are no 3D editors. When is this due out? 94? So we don't have one there. It looks like I will be the first to market with a 3D editor. There's no 3D editors currently scheduled anywhere. So that's kind of huge. We might actually get to do this. We might pull this off, and we might genuinely be first to market with a 3D editor. So what I'm going to do very quickly, throw everybody on crunch for a second, just to get a bit of a boost. You can see how quickly the port job goes for Bucket when everyone's on crunch. I don't like doing this because the employees really hate it, but I need to bring the number of tasks that they're doing down so they'll stop getting stressed out. So I'm going to stress them out more so that in the long run, they're stressed out less. It makes sense. It makes it makes perfect sense, I'm sure. It's a very, very logical way of running a company. Now, interestingly, my sales have come down quite considerably, but Roaster Coaster 2 has made me $5 million in profit. The marketing is sparse at the minute. It is dropping off, which is fair. It hasn't been getting marketed in a hot minute, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and throw exclusivity deals on everything I've put out recently to see if we can drive some traffic to my store. We're going to do it until September next year, so we'll go for a year and a day. I might regret this, but I'm willing to give it a shot. We'll do the same thing here, and Bucket is already on an exclusivity deal, but we'll throw it on there as well. I'm just going to throw everything I have. I mean, a lot of this stuff isn't selling anyway, but we'll throw exclusivity deals on all of these, and this might be a terrible idea. This genuinely might be a terrible idea, but we're going to see what happens. In terms of units in stock, Bucket 3, currently, nothing in stock, so we'll go ahead and order, let's say, 25,000 copies. And for Sniffer, it has 11 in stock, so we'll go ahead and order 25,000 copies of that as well. And I don't know if that's going to affect the digital market or what it's going to do, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens, see if that starts making us a little bit more money now that things are back in stock and people can buy them again. Hopefully it does. Here's hoping for good things on that. And I'm also thinking we should maybe, let's push this update. Let's push that update. Let's have my employees a little bit less stressed out, I think, by having so many things that they have to juggle. And now that we've done that, 7.0 million goes to 7.2 million. Looking into here, we got 30,000, 58,000, not bad. And looking at digital distribution, interesting that you guys come out and immediately have companies signed to your thing. I wonder if I have to go to, wait a minute. Let me have a look here. So marketing, if I look at marketing, so that's just a marketing task. So is no one going to come, so support marketing hosting, maybe a hosting task? No, nothing. IP? Okay, so nothing there. Okay, so I guess we just wait. We still have the smallest market share. Like, we're 10%. We are 11% less in terms of our cut than the next, like, biggest store. We still have the smallest market share, which is kind of frustrating. I guess maybe we do just have to go to other companies and be like, hey, do you want us to distribute your product? Like, these guys have this thing going out there, virus remover. They want $11 million for a year of exclusivity. That's wild. What if I was to say until like March, they still want $11 million? What if I said until December of 2002? They just won't, or not 92, 2002. $12 million. Oh man, we might have to spend some serious money to get this platform off the ground. Or we're going to have to release something, maybe Morph, right? Maybe we release Morph and immediately make it exclusive to our own platform. That might be the way to go. It might backfire horribly, but to be fair, if I break the contract, I don't know if I can break the contract, but if I can, have they been caught? They've been caught. Nice. If I was to break the contract, I'm breaking the contract with myself, so in theory, I mean, in theory, we should be fine. What am I going to do? Sue myself? I mean, I might.